Welcome to our last topic, the topic called Porter's Diamond. So why is it called Porter's Diamond? Of course, it was formulated by Porter, no? So Porter's Diamond model, these are the diagram, no? If we look at the diagram, we start with firm strategy, structure, and rivalry. Now, the structure of the firm and its competitors, and followed by demand conditions. And then demand conditions, we have related and supporting industries. The suppliers of the firm. And what are those factor conditions that may affect the firm or the business? So if you look at it, it is a cycle, no? It is intertwined with each other, and there's a cross at the middle. This is the cross at the middle. So this could cross along the way. It's a cycle. You see the diamond, meaning to say it is interconnected to each other. No? The firm supplies the demand and needs suppliers. No? You look at the cross here, from other supporting industries to provide, to manufacture goods for the customers. Of course, the competitors are there. And what are those factor conditions that may affect the firm strategy? So this time, we are in the pandemic mode, and our country also experienced typhoon. So it affects a lot of businesses. So Porter's Diamond is formulated by Michael Porter's Diamond. So the name is Michael Porter, the author of this story. Was first published in his book in 1990. No? The title of the book is The Competitive Advantage of Nations. The model is a strategic economic one. It attempts to explain one nation is more competitive than another in a particular industry. Like for example, take a look at Japan. Japan is better off in terms of producing cars than Philippines, no? But Philippines are good in electronics and other chips, no? That is what is the strength of our country, and including our labor forces. This model is often used by businesses to analyze the external competitive environment. Looking back at the diamond, Porter's Diamond, no? This information can then explain the relative strength of one business against another, the firm, and its rivalry. It also explains why some industries are more advantageous than others in a particular region. Like the environment of Japan is really good. They're good in electronics and building cars. So that's their environment. Their environment is susceptible of manufacturing cars. While the Middle East, the desert country, are really good in exploration of mineral resources, and that is oil. Next, Porter's Diamond in this model, no? Porter attempts to answer the following question: why one's nation become the most competitive for a certain industry? For example, Germany is a home base for car manufacturing. So in Europe, in Asia it's Japan, but in Europe it's Germany. Germany is known for producing cars like Volkswagen, no? And South Korea is a home base for consumer electronics. We have the Samsung phone, LG phone, to LG TV television, Samsung television. So they are known for electronics. Okay, so the first diamond is the firm strategy, structure, and rivalry. The competitiveness of firms in one nation is determined by how those firms set strategy. Strategy, is a word. The closest word is action. Now, what are those actions that the firms should set and structure themselves? We have learned organizational structure in Management 101. So competitiveness is also determined by how much competition there is between firms in the industry. Take a look with Jollibee versus McDonald's. Those are the two big firms like Coke and Pepsi. They are also competing with one another and learning from each other. How firms are structured and set goals will differ from nation to nation. If Japan produces car, Germany also produces car, Korea produces car. So those are their strength, but one nation, from each nation, they differ from one another. It will be determined by multitude of social, it could be, this is the distinction and differentiation between social, political, and legal factors. Like Japanese, they are into dynasty, they are into kingship, and other countries are democratic, South Korea and Germany and Philippines. Intense rivalry causes a drive to innovate. So if there are competitors, one's country should really innovate. For example, German car manufactures BMW. They also manufactures Mercedes-Benz, and BMW is Volkswagen. Would not be successful without the existence of each other. So this intense rivalry drives innovation and make this company successful internationally. So German car are BMW, American car are BMW, and Mercedes is an American car. So they compete with each other and thus causes more innovation. Just take a look at cell phones. Cell phones, from time to time, every 6 months to 1 year, there's a new phone. They have to innovate to keep abreast with the new trends. Like today's time, more classes are held online. So therefore, you need to innovate, we need to innovate, we need to upgrade. To upgrade to be successful. So that's the objective. So that's one strategic action of many firms, that they have to innovate. Because if you don't innovate, you stick to what is a mediocre thing. Mediocre meaning to say you stay in the middle. Mediocrity, you don't want to improve, so you have to improve, you have to upgrade. That's the word, upgrade, to innovate. Okay, so this is under Porter's diamond: firm strategy, structure, and rivalry. Okay, so German car, do you love Volkswagen? Class? Have you ever ride this Volkswagen car? The BMW.
Wala, sir.
Maganda, Yung baong-baong ba?
Yes, sir.
To this time, only the rich could ride this kind of car, because this is a project of the rich people. Today's time, some of these cars are sold in 40,000 pesos, but once you upgrade its accessories, you will be spending a lot of them. Oh, you look at the mag wheels here, you look at the tires, no? So these are from old, but these are very expensive, no? You look at the paint. So you look at the you look at this person inside. It's an imported one. So many people would like to have this kind of car because it's a vintage car. It's a vintage. There's a new Volkswagen. I saw it in one display center at Putik, no, the Santana. But this is better than Santana because this is an old car. But I was told I was about to buy like this, but I was told, sir, the spare parts are no longer in the Philippines, but you have to buy it online. You have to buy it abroad from Brazil. No, spare parts are very expensive and costly. So if you intend to invest in this kind of car, no? So there are also associations, group of people, rich people here in Zamboanga. Some are doctors, some are priests riding this car. So this is the Volkswagen, invented long time ago during the Second World War. Hitler also ride this kind of car, no? A very old car. The body is very durable, no? Kung ito magbanggaan sa nabaran ninyo, kamatayan na kayo. Kasi ang tibay-tibay ng sasakyan na ito. Ang makina wala sa harapan, nandito sa likuran. So, ito yung mga Volkswagen long time ago. Okay. So, we go to next diamond. It's called related and supporting industries. Each firm will not survive without the supporting industries. Ano ba yung bakit sila tinatawag na supporting industries? They are the suppliers of the firm, no? You remember the video that I let you I have shown to you last meeting, no, that a cell phone is not completed. It is completed from the suppliers of many companies around the globe. Excuse me. The presence of internationally competitive suppliers within a nation can be helpful to the companies using those suppliers. This is because it gives cost-effective access to inputs. That is why one country to the other country, we need one another. Alongside this, it gives a early access to new products, encourages the rapid sharing of information, no? But with Donald Trump, no, they dislike products of the China, like for example the cell phone, no, Huawei phone is used for intelligence gathering. That's according to the discovery of the FBI in the United States. That is why Huawei was banned in the United States. But we do not know with Biden today. Joe Biden is a good president also. So he won against Trump. Having a lot of related industries with a nation often results in new industries. So this is the advantage. No? This happens where the related industries can share resources. For example, car manufacturers in Germany could share access to a wind tunnel. No? This use of shared resources within a nation can create a competitive advantage as it increases the barrier to entry. So one nation needs one to the other. Like for example, if you open your car, you look at it, you look at the car inside. For example, it's Volkswagen, but the stereo, you look at the stereo. When you open the stereo, for example, it is called Asahi, no, or Yamaha. So it's made from Japan. So the firm in Germany, they need other supporting industries from other nations. Like the couch in the car is not made in Germany. Probably it's from other country. So once it is assembled, it has variety of related supporting industries that builds up the car. Okay? Am I understood, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So BW manufacturing plant in Germany. So this is what it looks like, the manufacturing plant for cars in Germany. No? Have you ever been in Germany? I remember si,
Wala, sir.
I remember si Suzanne Lenz. She's from Germany, and then according to her, she lived at the street of Jose Rizal. So there's a street there that is honored by the Germans in the person of Jose Rizal. Because once he was exiled, he was able to go to Germany, and there's a suspect, one of the stories, hearsays about Hitler, that Hitler is the son of Jose Rizal. No?
Yes, sir.
It could be probably kasi the stature, the height, and the mustache is like that of Jose Rizal. If you look at him, he doesn't look like a German. He looks like a Filipino, an Asian, no? So that's why during the Second World War, he went to Asia, and then actually he committed suicide. That's the story. A son of a Filipino. So Suzanne Lenz is a professor from UP. She was sharing a story about Jose Rizal. Okay. Next to the diamond, we have firm strategy and rivalry, and then followed by related industries. And the third diamond is the demand conditions. As the word suggests, demand, who demands? Actually, the consumers, no? So the demand condition is home market demand. So to have a competitive advantage for an industry, there must be a strong home market demand for the product or service. Like for example, for cars, if you look at Japan, they really patronize, they are very loyal to their cars, no? You look at movies in Japan, all cars running are that made of their home brand, like Toyota, Honda, Suzuki. That is what they ride because they patronize their own. So in fact, the more demanding home market customers are, the greater the pressure on companies to innovate and improve. So they innovate and improve. So that is the demand conditions. So this is one very good strategy wherein you don't have to go and sell your product abroad, export. You have to take a look first for the home market demand. No, the home market demand. Kapag maraming nagdi-demand ng isang product sa home country pa lang, meaning to say okay yung product. Kapag okay na ang product dito sa country natin, pwede na natin siya export, no? So that is what they do. Donald Trump again because he's an entrepreneur, sabi niya American first, meaning to say we patronize our own product. Ford, no? Ford, BMW, Chevrolet, those are American cars. But he made notice along the road there are many Japanese cars that runs in their streets in the United States because it is quality and cost efficient, fuel efficient. So that is what they observe. No? If you have a Ford Raptor, you look at the carburetor, my gosh, no? The carburetor is so big, meaning to say the gas consumption is also large, no? Malakas kumain ng gasolina yung mga Ford kasi yung carburetor malalaki. And it is designed for American sizes. Yung American height matatangkad. Nakakatuwa, tingnan mo yung Raptor, Ford Raptor, pag bumababa na yung pasahero, lalo ng Pilipino, kasing height ko lang, maliliit. Do mga unano ba, talya arriba na kotse, kabar grande gat el kotse, el kenta man ya, benjuta gat el gente. No, it doesn't fit the size. But for Japanese car, it is designed for Filipinos, no? For Asians. But actually, mind you, they beat the American demand conditions for cars. That is why Trump, sabi niya, itong mga Hapon, ginagawa tayong dumping ground for their cars. No, it's not. It's not. Later, I will discuss about international trade organizations. So, meron po tayong dagdag na topic, no? Probably on the second period para to enlighten you about international trade organizations. Because Duterte is our president and he is also the president for ASEAN nations, no? Okay. Okay, so this BW Santana home demand in the Philippines. Ito yung mga demand na ngayon ng very cheap but it's made from Germany. No, nakita ko to sa putik. No, zero down payment. Tapos ang monthly niya nasa 17,000 pesos lang. So kung both of your parents are working, so magandang kotse to. Ang problema na lang nito yung spare parts. Even if you ask myself, I still go for Japanese cars, no? Like Toyota. Si Toyota are parts are available, no? Anywhere, no? Anywhere in the Philippines. Okay, so the last diamond is the factor conditions. So factor conditions refer to the different types of resources that may or may not be present within a nation. Resources include such things as human resources. So Philippines, tayo po ay number 1 sa human resources. No? Kung nakikita po natin, maraming unemployed dito, mas marami din pong OFW lumalabas ng country. No? Another factor conditions is capital resources. No, may mga country maraming capital pero wala silang natural resources. No? Like take a look at Singapore, they have capital but they do not have natural resources. That is why they import the resources and they have manufacturing plant, they process and sell it abroad. And infrastructure, na Filipinos lack technology. You look at in Tawi-Tawi, there's a shell exploration. Mean to say, nagmamining po yung mga tiga-ibang bansa. Naghahanap ng oil. Sa Palawan, meron din po, pero wala tayong mga technology, no? Infrastructure and knowledge resources. Okay, this is the factor conditions, which includes human resources, capital resources, natural resources, infrastructure, and knowledge resources. So looking back at Porter's diamond, so this is the Porter's diamond. We have the firm strategy here, structure of the firm, and its rivalry in its competitors. What is the demand conditions or the home demand market? Okay. I do not know. From time to time, may mga pumapasok na estudyanteng siguro napuputol yung line nila. Meron na namang isa. Okay. Related and supporting industry suppliers of the firm. No? So, kanina sinabi ko po, bago po mag-assemble ng kotse, ang kotse po, tinitingnan po ang lahat ng mga resources na nanggagaling sa ibang bansa before it is being assembled. And factor conditions such as capital, such as human resources. No? Like Saudi Arabia, they lack manpower, so they have to import their manpower from the Philippines because Filipinos are very hard-working people like you and me. No? Like us, nandito po tayo, we are working online for our education. Now, should you ask me, Sir, ano po tong government dito? Ano ito tong chance? Ang chances, nakita ninyo nanditong area na ito. You look at here, nakahilera po to sa demand conditions. Chances for the company. What chances for the company? If there's a strong demand for the product, so therefore, they have to innovate, they have to improve, and supply those products to the home market demand. So dito din po, no? Factor conditions, nakahilera po siya, inline po siya dito sa government. Kung nakikita natin yung factor conditions kanina, number 1, human resources and capital resources. Number 2, no? So yung human resources like Philippines, ang government nag-intervene yan, no? Anong ginagawa po meron tayong tinatawag na OWA. So meron tayong tinatawag na DFA. So ang government po, sila po ang namimili ng mga tao, giving training, and what happened? Anong nangyari po? Okay. And send the people abroad through training. Okay. So this is the factor condition. So the government, the word here, the government intervenes. And the government also could subsidize funds for the people, for the firms, no? To sustain. Like today's time, maraming businesses nalunod, no? Even SM doon sa sa Marikina po, nabahaan din po siya. So government can subsidize funds, can help, no, can give financial assistance. Subsidize means helping through financial assistance. Subsidize, no? Give funds for the firm. Okay po. Yan. Any questions here for the Porter's Diamond before I will conclude? Class, we still have 7 minutes. May tanong ba po for Porter's Diamond? Okay. So let me do the conclusion. According to this Porter's Diamond, the Porter's Diamond model would help one country to discover its strength and its opportunities to grow and improve through, number 1, innovation of their product, and keep abreast with the new trends in terms of products and services to other nations. Thus, this tool, it is a tool, would evaluate properly what strategy to employ in trading.